Today we're heading to Modern to play the most broken, hottest new combo deck in the format, which of course means we're playing some Flumph. Alright, so here is our Flumph deck, and honestly, I'm gonna do a super quick deck tag, just because it's gonna make way more sense in the games. Like, once you see the deck doing its thing, it's gonna be pretty obvious what we're trying to do, but the plan's pretty simple. We are trying to combo off with Magic's mightiest Jellyfish, Flumph. So Flumph, you might remember this, right after it released, we did a stream in Standard where we had to keep streaming until we won with Flumph, and it was one of our longest streams ever. I think it was 28 matches until we managed to win a single time with it. It is like the ultimate meme card. 2 mana, 0/4 Flying Defender. When it's dealt damage, each player draws a card in a 1v1 game. So why is one of the biggest memes from the D&D set suddenly intricate, amazing combo piece for Modern? The answer is Orcish Bowmasters. Bowmasters, I'm sure you know what this card does. The big text is here. Whenever our opponent draws a card, except the one they draw in their draw step, we get to ping something for 1 damage and amass Orcs 1. So the idea is, we play a Flumph, then we play Orcish Bowmasters. Bowmasters also triggers when it ETBs, so it pings the Flumph. That's going to make both players draw a card. Our opponent drawing a card is going to trigger Bowmasters to ping the Flumph, to make our opponent draw a card, to trigger Bowmasters, to ping the Flumph. So by itself, we can ping the Flumph a few times, but it only has 4 toughness, so it's going to die. So the last piece of the puzzle is making Flumph indestructible. We got a bunch of cards that do this. Blacksmith Skill makes it indestructible. Ephemerate Shields, often for free, thanks to Convoke, makes it indestructible. Selfless Savior, we can find it with our Creature Tutors, makes it indestructible. If we can make the Flumph indestructible before we do this, the end result is both players are going to draw their entire decks because of our combo. And you might be thinking, wait, why is that good? We don't want to draw our entire deck. We'll lose to milling out just as easily as our opponent. Well, we have a plan for that. You might have noticed we are playing this 63 card special. So the idea is we have no fetch lands in our deck to thin our deck, because that would actually be a bad thing for this deck. And we're playing 63 cards. Our opponent presumably is playing 60 cards and probably playing fetches that thin the deck. So when we combo, we're going to draw our entire deck. Our opponent's going to draw their entire deck. But since their deck is smaller than ours, they're going to mill out first. So they're going to end up drawing an empty library when we have like 2 or 3 cards left in our library. And that's how we win the game. And this can all happen as early as turn 3. Something like turn 2 Flumph, turn 3 Bowmasters, Ephemerate Shields. That's just deterministically good game on the spot on turn 3. So that's the overview of the deck. I'm going to stop rambling. If you need any of the pieces from this deck, snag them from our sponsor Card Kingdom. They're pretty awesome. Let's jump into the game and see if Flumph is finally a real Modern card. Need a Flumph of your own? Well, you can snag one from our sponsor Card Kingdom over at cardkingdom.com/MTGGoldfish. All right, it is Flumph time in Modern, and this looks pretty good. Bowmasters, some protection, a way to tutor up Flumph. So we're kicking things off with just a 1v1 match. We're going to do a league after this, but one thing I've learned is I really like to do a 1v1 match if I can first with a deck, especially like a weird combo deck, just to make sure I understand what the deck's doing. So let's see how this goes. Opponent is on a Karuga deck, spicy. Well, Concealed Courtyard, and go. So the question's going to be, do we run out our Bowmasters? Opponent cycles. Do we run out the Bowmasters? So we do need a Bowmaster trigger on the Flumph to start the combo, which might be an argument against running it out. Although, an argument for running it out is our opponent's a Karuga deck, so they can't interact with it. We can always use Teferi to pick it back up anyway. So even though it's awkward with the combo, I think it might actually just be worth flashing it out, getting the clock going. Like, even though we're trying to combo with Flumph, we're not above just attacking with Bowmasters and Imperial Recruiters. Wait, you have interaction? You're a Karuga deck. How are you interacting for 2 mana? Oh, Petty Thief. Okay, well, give our runes back to hand. Bowmasters, ping ya. Well, now running out Bowmasters is a little worse, isn't it? Ephemerate Shield. Well, I mean, that is our combo. That is a combo piece. Indestructibility is important for our combo actually working. Well, let's play the Schwamp. I think we just get down to Teferi. Our opponent could be trying to interact at instant speed. Teferi's nice protection. Pick up the Teferi. So, I mean, if we just draw Flumph, we win, right? I'm pretty sure. If we draw Flumph, Teferi picks up Bowmasters, Flumph, ping it. Oh, our opponent's a turns deck. Interesting. Oh, I bet our opponent's like a fires turn style deck. That would make sense. Like, Karuga works well in fires. Savor the Moment works well in a fires deck because you can still cast stuff even though you're tapped down. I don't know about firing off on turn 3. That's a smidge greedy. Plus, I think turns get better with the One Ring. Misty Rainforest. All right, let's just draw Flumph. If we just draw Flumph here, we just win. We just straight up win the game. Gemstone Mine. Well, in that case, I guess we try to set up to win next turn. Play the Giver, play the Ether Hub, get an energy. I mean, this should set us up nicely to win next turn, assuming our opponent either doesn't go off and win this turn by chaining together extra turn spells or kill our stuff. Good thing is, I mean, who's scared of Flumph? No one. Our opponent's going to be so busy laughing at the fact we just Imperial recruited for Flumph that there's no way they're going to focus on killing our Bowmasters. That's the upside. That's the upside of the Flumph deck. Your opponent's uncontrollable fits of laughter makes it hard for them to think through their lines. Opponent, Steam Pen's tapped. Oh, Flumph. Mountain. Extra turn. Although our opponent doesn't have any card draw going. Oh, Fury. So I think we might have to just Ephemerate Shields our Bowmasters. That's gonna make it possible that we combo next turn. We will need to draw another Indestructibility spell. Yeah, I think it's worth it though, because we get to draw with Teferi, we get to draw for a turn, and then we get to draw with Flumph a bunch. And we have a lot of Indestructibility in our deck, so if we hit any of those, we go infinite. Another Flumph. Well, okay. How do we do this? Let's Teferi. Pick up the Bowmasters. Come on. Oh, Self a Savior. That does it. That does it. Oh my God, we're going to do it. Okay, Self a Savior. Let's see if this actually works. Play the Self a Savior. We got a Teferi so our opponent can't interact. Play a Flumph. Make it indestructible. Bowmasters. And this should just be game. We got 50 cards in our deck. Opponent's got 47. Those 3 extra cards paying off. So, ping the Flumph. Everybody draws. Party Flumph. Triggers Bowmasters. Can we automate this? I think we can automate this. All right, always target the Flumph, always yield. Okay, does this work? No hands necessary? Automated combo? Yes! Oh, this is peak magic. This might be the Look at him go. Look at Flumph go. We don't even have to do anything once we get it set up. So we draw our entire deck. Our opponent draws their entire deck, but because we're playing 63 cards, our opponent mills out first. Well, I mean, that's a turn 5 combo kill with Flumph and Bowmasters somehow, some way. And 3, 2, 1, dead. Yes. Okay, wait. Is this deck actually good? Looks like the memeiest deck that I have literally ever seen, but is this deck actually, how is this? We have a 49/49 org, Flumph with 48 damage on it. We drew literally our entire deck, and our opponent died on turn 5. Beautiful. All right, let's bring in. Watch this deck actually be broken. That would be Flumph actually being a real modern card would be one of the greatest things to ever happen to the game of Magic, I think. Bring in more Teferis. Opponent is a blue deck. What do we cut? That's the question. Maybe just some gut shots. Opponent sideboarded up a single card. I don't think that actually is going to save them. We still have a bigger library than our opponent. Also good against like Ragavan type stuff. Yeah, we'll keep this. So we don't have either of our big combo pieces, but we do have multiple tutors and a bunch of protection. Opponent, all of his Storm Giants and passes. Well, Mana Confluence and Giver of Runes. Go. Opponent. Steam Vents. Untapped. And, alright, gonna bounce the Giver. Sure. Well, awkward that our second land is Gemstone Mine. That runs out after 3 uses, which is not ideal. We're not especially close to comboing. Probably best to just redeploy some protection for the future. Double Giver, I guess, is probably the way to go. This also lets us leave up Ephemeral Shields, although I don't think we're Ephemeral Shielding to stop a removal spawn of Giver. Castle Vantress for our opponent, and Narset. Alright. That is annoying. That actually that doesn't stop our combo, does it? Our opponent still draws cards. So yeah, I guess we can just combo through a Narset. Oh, Fury. All right, I take it back. Maybe we are, oh, pitching Fires. So they are a Fires deck. Maybe we are actually Ephemerate Shielding. Is it worth it? The main reason I want Ephemerate Shields is not to keep a Giver, but I think we need to be able to attack this Narset for one. So our opponent can't take it down and still keep it. Land. Okay, City of Brass. Well, I mean, we definitely got to attack the Narset. I guess we just start tutoring up combo pieces. I'm a little bit worried about this Gemstone Mine. That could actually be an issue here, that we just run out of uses, run out of counters. Yeah, let's play Teferi. This doesn't really get us closer to comboing, but our opponent's tapped out, and I'm still worried about what interaction they can have during our turn to fizzle our combo. So I guess we're just gonna do this the slow way. Opponent cashes in the Narset for a savor the moment. Okay, sure. I mean, the thing with savor the moment is it's not actually that good here, right? This is like 3 mana, draw an extra card, basically. They have nothing on board, so it's... Oh, and they're missing land drops too. Well, maybe they just need to because they're missing land drops. Missing land drops in your Karuga decks is especially brutal because you know all their cards are expensive. Thoughtseize, well, let's Thoughtseize, see what our opponent's dealing with, working with. Fires, Jace, Savor, Fury. Well, I mean, opponent needs another mana to really do anything. I think we just take Fires. Like, the scariest thing for us here is our opponent draws a land, fires into Jace, and then they're actually kind of just, like, in the game. Let's run out the Selfless Savior. Honestly, we're not doing that much better than our opponent as far as drawing lands, though. That's an issue for us at the moment, too. Next turn, we probably got to just tick down this Teferi to draw a card. Opponent. Are we doing another super sad... Oh, another super sad Savor. Yeah. Yep. Wow, we have seen some of the worst extra turn spells. These are literally, you cannot have an extra turn be less impactful. Ooh, there's a Flumph. Be less impactful than what our opponent's extra turn spells have been. I mean, we have a ton of protection, right? So I think we just run out Flumph. We run out Flumph. We got multiple layers of protection. We take up Teferi. If we draw land, we should be able to just win next turn. We can AnnndWhammy's Call for the Bowmasters, Selfless Savior, the Flumph, and just go for it. All right, opponent draws land at number 4. Thankfully, no Fires, or that would be bad. Opponent. Is it Jace time? All right, opponent Jace's, sure. Does this actually matter, though? Can you beat our Flumph? Jace the Mind Sculptor, better than all except Flumph. Gonna bounce the Giver. Okay. Oh, actually, we should have probably... We probably should have protected the Selfless Savior, I think. And then if they go after the Flumph... Ugh, alright, they do have a red card. Fury. Well, after seeing the combo in game 1, I think our opponent probably knows the indestructibility. Wow, okay, they're just gonna go after the Flumph. I mean, I guess this still gets rid of indestructibility. So, sack. We get to draw, they get to draw. We draw. Okay, there's a land. So we just need Ephemeral Shields, and we can win this turn. There is a Jace. It is possible if our opponent untaps, they just win. Now that they have card draw, they might be able to just chain together extra turn spells. And as mighty as Flumph is, one thing it's not good at is attacking Jaces. Not the strong suit of Flumph. How do we do this? We can tick down Teferi to draw 2. Let's see let's tick down. I think we got to try to win if we can. Oh my god, that's Ephemeral Shields. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that's a little lucky. That's a little lucky, but we will accept it. So, make some mana. AnnndWhammy's Call. And we have the Teferi, so we don't even have to worry about, like, Force and Negation. Bowmasters. run it out, ping the Flumph, and then Ephemeral Shields is actually super good in this deck because we can convoke it for protection. So we actually get to give Flumph indestructible for 0 mana, which is huge. So target our Flumph, convoke out Ephemeral Shields, make it indestructible, and we did it again. Wait, I mean, so this game our opponent was missing land drops, although kind of we were too. But this actually seems possible. Is Flumph actually good? I mean, we know it's the best jellyfish in Magic, but is this actually just a real thing? All right, here we go. I mean, opponent 38 cards, we at 40, so we're 2 cards ahead, I think. Loop going, opponent drawing their deck down to 30 cards. This is after that standard stream where we lost 27 matches in a row with Flumph trying to win a single time, it's amazing to me that we fire up Modern and win our first Flumph match. What are the chances? What are the chances? How is that even possible? Flumph, Magic's mightiest jellyfish, way better in Modern than Standard, apparently. Well, opponent down to 10 cards in their deck. I also like that you can just automate this combo. Like, once we get it set up, we don't even have to click anything. It goes pretty fast. It just goes until our opponent runs out of cards here. 4, 3, 2. Wait. Your opponent has What? Oh! Oh no! Oh! Flumph is too strong for Magic Online. Too strong for Magic Online. It bugged out. That we did the same combo in game 1 and it worked. Why? So I'm not doing any of this. This is what Magic Online does when it bugs out. Like, when the game bugs out, for some reason it starts replaying the game from the beginning. I think it says it in the checks. Sorry, Magic Online has encountered an error. The system will attempt to replay to the last known stable state and retry the last action. If the replay is unsuccessful, a new game will be started. We broke Magic Online with Flumph. We broke Magic Online with Flumph. Well, okay. So I think there's 2 possibilities here. There's no way this game's actually going to work. Magic Online never bugs out and then starts working again. Here's the combo again anyway. So there's 2 possibilities. One is we shouldn't automate the combo because somehow it's overloading Magic Online's 30-year-old brain. That is a possibility. Like, maybe we need to not fully automate it. Although it did work in game 1. The other possibility is our opponent quit the game right when the bug happened. So maybe the fact that the combo was happening and they like closed Magic Online, maybe somehow that triggered the bug rather than the actual combo. I do think I'm going to be careful about fully automating the combo in the future though, because I'm glad this is a 1v1 match. If this was in the league and there were actual like big prizes on the line, it would be very, very sad to have like literally 2 cards left in the library. We have the full combo. The game is about to end. It needs to trigger. It triggered 48 times, but the last 2 times, oh, now it's going to restart. Well, okay. This counts as a win. Our opponent is not even on Magic Online anymore. They quit the game. So what's going to happen here is because of the bug, I guess we start over game 2 of our match. Like, that game never happened even though we won, and our opponent's gonna time out in 10 minutes. So no, all right, well, that's how the deck works. Maybe it's actually real, but maybe it's actually too powerful for Magic Online, which is something I hadn't considered. Maybe Flumph is just too strong for the client. But yeah, all right, so that's a win. Let's actually see if we can jump into the league. All right, it is time to up the power level a little bit. We are flumphing in a league. So Flumph can apparently crush, you know, a Karuga Fires Turns player in a 1v1 queue, but can it actually keep up with the best decks in Modern? This hand is not close to comboing, but we got some disruption, we got some protection, and our deck does have a ton of tutors, so hopefully it works out. All right, let's start with a Schwamp and a little thought seizing. See what we're up against. Opponent, what are you doing? Ooh. All right, is it Murktide? Well, okay. Opponent kept on 1-landers, so I think we just take the Lorn Revealed and try to Mana Skewer our opponent. Like, if our opponent doesn't draw, okay, Dragon Rage Channeler. If our opponent doesn't draw lands, they don't do anything, right? Like, they're essentially just out of the game. Another Thoughtseize. Well, Thoughtseize you again. Let's take the Bolt. It is unfortunate. Well, actually, maybe we got to get down to Fairy. Yeah, let's take the Spell Pierce. It's unfortunate that our opponent immediately top decked a land. They're going to get a little paid off for the risky key. Opponent plays an island and gets in for one. Well, let's see what we draw. We definitely need to find some combo pieces. Ooh, Gutshot's actually kind of hilarious. Gutshot can take down this Dragon Rage Channeler. Unfortunately, we're going to have to spend our one Ether Hub energy counter to play Teferi here. Although worth mentioning, the way Reflecting Pool was worded, Ether Hub technically still could produce mana of any color. So our Reflecting Pool is still a City of Brass, essentially. Taps for anything. Let's just tick up Teferi. We can pass the turn, Gutshot the DRC before our opponent can Surveil off of it, and go from there. I don't know. This hand is not doing anything. Like, we've drawn another land. Oh, opponent, really? Really? All right, so opponent, one lander, not going to be a problem this game. Oh, an Unholy Heat to take down Teferi. Wait, is this Murktide? Oh, how did our opponent's hand go from so bad to turn 3 Murktide kill our Teferi? Their hand looked so bad after we Thoughtseize and kept them with one land. Now we're in trouble though, because our deck is not very good at killing Murktides. Imperial Recruiter, Flumph. We're sending the message at least. We might be dying, but we are gonna die flumphing. Can a Jellyfish beat a Murktide Regent? Find this out and more on today's Against the Odds. Opponent gets in with the Murktide. Sure. We will take it down to 7. Oh, and they have Subtlety, right? So we can't even yeah, we're just dead. All right, yeah. Well, that was awkward. Our opponent kept a risky one-lander and got there. Well, we'll bring in more Teferis. Teferi's really good against our opponent's deck. Solitude at least can answer a Murktide. What do we cut, though? Might just be Vials. I'm honestly not sure that Vial is really that necessary in this deck. All right, on to game number 2. We are on the play, and I mean, we got our secret Gutshot tag. Actually, this hand's not fast, but it actually is pretty good. Like, we have the Ephemeral Shields. We have 2 Imperial Recruiters, so why it's going to take us a couple turns to actually, well, several turns to actually get everything assembled. This hand does assemble the entire combo, and maybe Gutshot is just actually decent right now. It kills Bowmasters, it kills Ragavan. I don't know, Gutshot has actually just felt good in this deck. Ooh, there's a Bowmasters. That's actually kind of big news. That means we only need Recruiter to find Flumph. Actually, this opens up the possibility of us winning on turn 4. Oh, Ragavan. Oh, opponent's missing their land drop. Oh, our opponent is not afraid to keep risking hands. Okay, we're gonna run out the Bowmasters. This slows down the combo kill even more, but our opponent's missing land drops. We can't really let the Ragavan do its thing. Yeah, let's Thoughtseize. Murktide. Removal, counter, expressive iteration, DRC. What do we take? I guess the Unholy Heat's the only good thing they can actually cast. Go to combat, hit ya. Well, we know the coast is essentially clear for the combo if we can get it assembled. Ooh, opponent finds a land. Do they cast Expressive Iteration this turn, even though it's not ideal? Ooh, they are. Okay. Kind of a desperate Expressive Iteration. A lot better when you can do the trick of taking a land to play, but I guess our opponent just needs to do something. All right, exiles a Murktide, finds a Bauble, plays a Bauble, cracks a Bauble. Well, that gives us a free Bowmaster trigger. Maybe this is the game we win fairly with, Imperial Recruiter Orc Army beats. Paying it down to 14. Could work. It could happen. Ether Hub. Well, I guess we get recruiting. So we kind of need a Flumph and a Bowmaster now. Or a way to make our opponent draw a card. It is possible to combo with Bowmasters on the battlefield first. It's just harder because you need that first trigger to start the loop. So it's much easier if it's Flumph and then Bowmasters rather than Bowmasters and Flumph. But, I mean, if our opponent cracks a Bauble or something, got him. Also, like, if Flumph takes damage, then it will trigger and start the loop. So our opponent can't really kill it. They can kill the Bowmasters. Oh, wow, opponent. Another land. I guess they Expressive Iteration, so not a surprise. So opponent has Archmage's Charm up. So we know they can counter. Well, we're definitely going to swing with everything. Yeah, swing with everything. How do we play around Archmage's Charm? I mean, our opponent's at 7. Let's just recruit. I assume our opponent's gonna counter this. They kind of have to, right? Our opponent's kind of just dying on board. They're not. They are all the way down to 7 already somehow. Wow, they let it go. Is our opponent actually aware of the combo? Well, we get a Bowmasters. So we have what, 5 power on board, and they're at 7. How about an Archmage's Charm opponent? Draw those cards. Draw those cards. It'll be fine. Opponent wise enough not to Archmage's Charm. Does find another land though. Dragon Rage Shanala. Sure. Another land. All right. So they still do have the counter up. Let's play City of Brass. I actually think, so we're at 16, they're at 7. I think we actually just pass. I think we pass. They're gonna have to attack with the Dragon Rage Channeler. All right, finds another tap land. Our opponent can't just keep sitting back on this Archmage's Charm, or they're just gonna end up dying to our board. So I feel like they're gonna have to do something at some point, and then we just combo off and get them. Opponent hits us with the DRC down to 13. Sure. And passes. Well, let's keep going on the fair game plan. Bowmaster. Or we gotta counter this, right? So this gets the counter out of our opponent's hand. Hilariously, so what we can try to do here, oh, this is so funny. So we flash in the Bowmaster. Our opponent has to Archmage's Charm it. That means we get to resolve Flumph. And then our opponent can't not attack with the Dragon Rage Channeler, so we can block with the Flumph to start the combo during our opponent's turn. Wow, another land. Well, I'm glad we're super far ahead this game because we have drawn a lot of lands in a row. Well, there's the Flumph. Opponent going to Lightning Bolt our Orcish Bowmaster. Yeah, I mean, I think we just save it. This does mean we can't combo, but our opponent's so low on life, we don't need to combo. We just like need a trigger. Our opponent's hands 2 Murktides. Those are not going to save our opponent here. So save the Bowmaster. Opponent surveils. We hit our opponent to 1, and then they attack into the Flumph, which triggers draws a card, triggers Bowmasters, kills him. I mean, I guess Flumph is actually kind of good defense against Dragon Rage Channeler. It actually does just kind of lock it down and incidentally starts the combo, which is hilarious. So good. The downside of playing Busted. So you should be playing Dungeons and Dragons cards, opponent. These Busted Modern Horizons 2 cards, they just don't line up well with the power of D&D, the power of the Jellyfish, the power of the Flumph. Oh, yeah, run it back. Let's just do that again. All right. We are on the draw. Can Flumph take down? Well, I was going to say the best deck in Modern. I don't know if Murktide's still the best deck in Modern. Since the One Ring came out, it might not be, but the former best deck in Modern, I don't know, close enough. Like, it was not that long ago this was the best deck in Modern. Can we take it down with a Jellyfish? I do like that we have this Gut Shot. I think this Gut Shot tech might actually just be real. Like, I feel like I'm just going to start jamming Gut Shot in random decks now. The meta, like, Dragon Rage Channeler. You know what Gut Shot kills? Dragon Rage Channeler. It seems like it actually kills a lot of the most popular cards. This hand is not bad. We got the Bowmasters. We don't have any protection. But we can tutor up the Flumph in multiple ways. I guess we could tutor up a Selfless Savior for protection. People getting so greedy by playing too few lands because they have these land cyclers now. You saw Living End's playing like 15 lands now, which is absurd. Absurdly low. Yeah, let's play the City of Brass so we can AnnndWhammy's call. I mean, I guess we just call for the Flumph, right? And just try to get things set up for the combo. Our opponent's not doing a ton at the moment. All right, AnnndWhammy's call. Resolves. Take a Flumph. Drop to 17. Untap. Wow, that's Ephemeral Shields too. Okay. Well, this is actually kind of ridiculously good for us. I'm still worried about counters and interaction. I think we're just gonna run out of Recruiter here. Stern Scolding. Okay, so our Flumph would have been countered. In theory, we just combo next turn. There is a question as to whether we should go for it, but like we have everything we need. Flumph, Bowmasters, free indestructibility. If our opponent just taps out, we win. Expressive iteration. Oh, gets a bolt that goes to waste. Opponent has a single mana up, 1 mana. So they could have Stern Scolding. They could have Spell Pierce. They could have Unholy Heat or something. Another Bowmasters. I mean, how do we not go for it though? Like, it's not gonna get much better than this. Yeah, let's do it. Run out the Flumph. Okay, no Stern Scolding. Well, let's see if they have an answer. We will, yeah, wait. Okay, let the City of Brass resolve. Yeah. Oh, Unholy Heat. Okay, well, that's kind of awkward. So now I think we just save the Flumph. This might have been a little punt on our end. So what we could have done, and maybe it would be better to do, I guess we didn't have to go for the whole combo. We could have run out the Flumph and then waited and tried to combo. But really, like, once we let our opponent untap, then they're gonna have enough mana for Archmage's Charm counterspell. So maybe going for it was fine. Now we do need an indestructibility spell to really go off. Opponent, yep, doing land cycling, blah, blah, blah. 3 cards in hand. Draws another card. Indestructibility, City of Brass. Well, let's pass. We can flash in Solitude, which isn't bad. Yeah, so we just need another Ephemeral Shield, Selfless Savior, any indestructibility, and we should be able to go off. Ooh, Murktide. All right, that's gonna be a biggin. Well, that's a biggin. 8/8, jeez. Well, that's a 2-turn clock. This mana base is so painful. Like, it works and it's probably necessary, but oh boy, do we take a lot of damage off our lands. Well, let's try to Solitude. Do you have an answer? If our opponent taps out to counter the Solitude, then I think for sure we just start to combo and trust that we draw into the indestructibility. All right. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna die to the Murktide if we don't. So I think we're kind of priced into going for it. Indestructibility. Oh, that works. Selfless Savior. Okay. Selfless Savior resolves. Play the land. And Bowmasters. Do we just make it indestructible now? I think so. Resolves. Oh, now we should be good, right? We even have 2 Bowmasters. So even if our opponent can kill the Bowmasters, we have 2 of them. Because they will draw into a removal spell for Bowmasters eventually as they draw their entire deck. Oh, well, all right, we had the Ephemeral Shields too. So now I guess, I mean, just to make 1,000,000% sure, I think now we make Bowmasters indestructible too. So now as our opponent draws their deck, they shouldn't be able to draw a way out of this. And, all right. Well, as long as Magic Online can hold up to the power of the mighty Flumph, I'm actually afraid to automate the combo now. I think we're going to try to, like, halfway automate it, but not all the way, because I'm afraid that when we automated it in that last game, like, that's what made Moto crash. So it's gonna take a little longer. We're gonna have to do a little bit more clicking, but hopefully this means the game okay, opponent scoops it up, and we just flumped. Is a Murktide comboed off twice. Who's the best deck in Modern now? Who's the best creature in Modern now? Ragavan, Murktide, Dragon Rage Channeler. None of them can beat the power of Flumph. All right, we are doing some more flumphing in Modern, and we're not keeping that. This we will keep, though. You know what? Let's just cast our spells, I think. If we're up against a Ragavan and or Bowmasters deck, which is a lot of the format, then Gutshot's actually pretty important. Opponent, don't Thoughtseize us. Ragavan, okay. Well, good thing we got the Gutshot. Yeah, we're gonna do it now. It could be a scam deck, so there's value to killing stuff while your opponent's tapped out. All right, well, so we need the Bowmasters. That's the missing piece of this puzzle at the moment. We have the Flumph. We can protect the Flumph. We can make the Flumph indestructible. The last piece of the puzzle is Bowmasters. And I mean, if we just top deck Bowmasters and our opponent doesn't have Disruption, this would be a turn 3 combo. Turn 3 combo kill with Flumph in Modern. That is an actual thing. I can't believe I'm saying those words, but that's where we're at. Flumph breaking the meta. Opponent, Schwamp. And remember when we tried to play Flumph on stream? and we played it in standard, and we said we had to win a game with it before we quit, and we streamed for like, I don't even know, 100 hours. Actually, I think it took 28 matches to win once with Flumph, something like that. It was not easy. Imperial Recruiter. Imperial Recruiter is actually pretty good. That means, I mean, we are going to run out Flumph here since we have protection from the Giver. Recruiter means worst case, we can recruit up the Bowmasters next turn. Opponent doesn't know what to make of Flumph. No one expects the Jellyfish in Modern. It looks so bad. It looks so bad. Opponent. Aw, opponent has Bowmasters. Okay. Well, wait, do we just have to give protection here? Do we let this go for a bit? Maybe we do. Yeah, sure, let's draw a card. I mean, we can always give protection in the future. All right, pings the Flumph. And pings the Flumph. And pro black. All right, well, we got to draw a few cards. I honestly don't know if this was smart or not. Was it smart to let our opponent draw cards? Now we're tapped down, so we can't cast our protection spells. Opponent has a Fury. Yeah, we might be, we're seeing the, we're seeing perhaps the downside, which is, our opponent can also play Orcish Bowmasters. That is legal. So now our opponent's gonna do Bowmastersy things to kill our Flumph and make a huge orc. Yeah, that's awkward. So we are getting scammed. Definitely getting scammed. Maybe we shouldn't have let our opponent draw those cards. That might actually been a mistake there. I was thinking they would draw us into our combo pieces, but apparently we're just drawing our opponent into Furies and other good cards. Opponent goes to combat. Now I'm not sure how we get out of this. Opponent hits us. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, I think maybe we were a smidge greedy. I mean, I guess it looks worse. Oh God. Oh my God. All right. Yeah, you got us. I guess it looks worse too that we drew into like a bunch of nothing. So scam. We'll bring in Solitude. We'll bring in Ley Lines. Gutshot is relevant-ish. What do we cut though is the question. Probably, I don't know if I'm impressed with the Vials in this deck, honestly. The Vials are like okay, but they're not great. All right. I mean, we're gonna keep this. Mostly because Thoughtseize means we should be able to avoid getting scammed. And our opponent's going to 5. Yeah, I think Thoughtseize on the play against Scam, I think, is pretty good. Thoughtseize on the draw against Scam, pretty bad. Wouldn't mind drawing a combo piece. Like, if we can draw a combo piece before we recruit, then at least we'll know what we're looking for. Thoughtseize you. Well, opponent, yeah, was going for the Scam start. We will just take the Grief. Leave our opponent with a hand that really isn't doing a whole lot. They mulligan for the Scam. Watch them draw Grief. If they draw Grief, I swear to God. Opponent, Blackleaf Cliffs, and passes. Can we draw a Flumph? Eladrami's Skull. Eladrami's Skull is actually not bad. That can get a combo piece, and then Recruiter can get a combo piece. So we're kind of like 2 turns away from maybe comboing. We'll see if our opponent draws lands. Grief is still the thing we're most scared of. They do draw land. Crack the land. Are they just going to run out Turok? The sad Turok. Opponent. No. All right. Well, we will green and white. Eladrami's Call. Get a Flumph. Flumph 1. Who would have thought we'd be tutoring up Flumphs in Modern? Play a Reflecting Pool. I mean, I think we just Flumph. We can protect it, right? Actually, no. The right line here is just Recruiter. If we Recruiter, so we are running out of Gemstone Mind Counters. If we recruit and our opponent doesn't draw interaction, we can just win next turn with the combo. That's the hope. All right, pass the turn. So if we draw land, we can just Flumph into Bowmasters and have indestructibility. Oh, please don't draw Grief. Tour. Okay, that is fine. All right, land. Land. Land for the win. Land for the win. That's all we need. Land off the top. Giver of Runes. Not a land. Okay, so in that case, I think we have to play a Flumph and pass the turn. We're gonna not attack with Recruiter because we don't want to spend this Gemstone Mine mana and we want to leave up Ephemerate Shield. About it. How do you feel about a Jellyfish? Opponent. Fury. I mean, we can still give indestructibility, so this is not the end of the world. Fury pitching Fury. Wow, they drew 2 Furies in a row. They're going after Flumph, so we will make Flumph indestructible for free. I mean, hopefully they didn't draw like a Fatal Push. Orcish Bowmasters. Whoa! Oh my god. Wait. Wow. That's unfortunate. Those were some really incredible draws for our opponent. Really incredible. Can we draw a protection spell right now? Not one we can cast. Well, that is awkward. Okay, so now we don't have a Flumph. That was some very good running for our opponent. Wow, I can't believe that just happened. Well, now we're not especially close to winning at all. Oh, I can't believe they drew exactly that combination of cards. Well, Bowmaster's good with Flumph. We mentioned that before. That is unfortunate, though. So now our opponent has 1,000,000 cards in hand. We can play a Bowmasters to kill our opponent's Bowmasters. Although at this point, the damage has so much been done that I am not sure any of this actually matters. Play a Giver of Runes, pass the turn. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like our chance sailed with our opponent top decking, especially the Bowmasters. That was especially brutal. So opponent's gonna try to kill our stuff. I guess we protect our Bowmasters, or attempt to. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah. We're never beating those draws. Not in a million years. Well, on to the next. All right. It is Flumph combo time, and, well, we got a Flumph and we can protect it. I think this hand is worth keeping just because it basically means if we draw Bowmasters, we get to win, and we even get to Thoughtseize to try to make sure the coast is somewhat clear. So Bowmasters, that's our best draw. That's what we're looking for. Thoughtseize you. Cranial Plating, Ornithopter, Springleaf Drum, Sojourner's Companion, and an Artifact Land, and a Urza's Saga. I actually think we take the Ornithopter here, as weird as that seems. The Ornithopter turns on the Urza's Saga with the Springleaf Drums, so that really slows our opponent down. I mean, I guess the other thing we learn is, because our opponent is not playing a removal deck, we are pretty safe just to get Flumph out there. Well, all right. Bowmasters. Bowmasters off the top for the turn 3 kill. Bowmasters off the top for the turn 3 kill. Opponent, Saga, Springleaf. Yeah, not as good without a creature. Haywire Might. Okay, there's the creature. Haywire Might doesn't really fizzle our game plan, though. They are going to get to the Sojourner's Companion, though. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. This is the most well-protected Flumph in the history of Magic. It's never gonna die. Never gonna die. I think, honestly, we have so much protection. We will just fire off blocks to draw cards if we get a chance. All right, opponent makes a construct. Yeah, this is what we were trying to avoid by taking that Ornithopter, but our opponent managed to get there anyway. Oh, and a Shadow Sphere. Okay, we are running out of time. AnnndWhammy's Call. Okay, I think this means we're good. Yeah, we're gonna pass. We're gonna pass. Our opponent, I assume, is gonna make a construct. We can survive a construct hit. I don't think they can get something here that ruins our combo. And then we can just, Ether Spellbomb. Okay, we can beat that. We have the Blacksmith skill. Sojourner's Companion, opponent, Ether Spellbomb. We will Blacksmith skill. Hexproof that Jellyfish, opponent. All right, white, green, AnnndWhammy's Call for the Bowmasters, and GG. So let's see, tap, run out the Bowmasters, target the Flumph, and then Ephemerate Shield the Flumph, and start the fun, paying the Flumph. Save targets, always yield. Yes, we would like to draw a card. Yes, we would like to draw a card. Yes, we would like to draw a card. How about everyone draws a card, and everyone draws a card? And what if everyone draws? Oh, this deck is a joy. This deck is a joy. It is a thing of beauty. It is the most glorious jank imaginable. Oh, so good. I mean, I don't think Affinity should have a way of interacting with this at instant speed, right? That seems unlikely. They don't even have any mana. Hey, Flumph. Greatest modern deck of all time. Move over Splinter Twin. Move over Jund. Tron, step back. The indestructible Flumph is here. 10 cards to go, 9 cards to go, 8 cards to go, and that's how you Flumph them. That's how you Flumph them. We even have a leftover indestructibility in case we need it for something, which we don't. But opponent, they're gonna draw their entire deck. I love that this deck is playing 63 cards just to mill the opponent out first when we do this. So we're gonna have like 3 cards in our deck when our opponent draws with an empty library. It's the best. It is the best. All right, do we have anything in our sideboard for Affinity? Beseiju seems good. Solitude maybe for a little more removal. Actually, the second mode on Lavinia is relevant, right? Yeah, let's bring in Lavinia. At least in some numbers. Does Gutshot do anything? Not really. And they don't have Bowmasters. All right, we can go down the Gutshots. Let's try it like that. So Gutshot, if our opponent's not a Bowmasters deck, it's cuttable. Although you don't want to cut it if they're playing. Oh wow, this is literally the nut draw. So just the turn 3 kill in hand, turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Flumph, turn 3 Bowmasters, GG. I mean, we'll see. Our opponent could have interaction or something, but assuming they don't, that is just game. Conceal Courtyard, Thoughtseize, you. Thoughtcast, Thought Monitor, Springleaf Drum, Ornithopter, Sojourner's Companion. Well, let's take Ornithopter. Same plan. I mean, nothing in that hand currently stops our combo. Opponent, Springleaf Drum, and passes. Well, Ether Hub. All right, opponent. You've had 2 turns. You've had 2 turns to draw an answer. We will run out of Flumph. All right, did you draw an answer, opponent? You need it right now. You need it right now. Welding Jar, okay, can regenerate an artifact, and Springleaf Drum, and I think that means we know our opponent's entire hand and they're about to die. GG, turn 3 kill. So run out a Orcish Bowmasters and target the Flumph, and Ephemerate shields the Flumph, and combo kill, and opponent scoops it up. Wait, is this deck actually good? Wait a minute, is this deck busted? This deck might actually just be busted. We're kind of killing people. Who would have thought we'd be saying these words? Not me. All right, last round of the league. Can we... Oh, this hand's slow. We're gonna keep it. Can we finish our league with a winning record? Is it possible? Conceal Courtyard, go. Opponent. Oh no. This was the nightmare matchup. This was a matchup where we said we don't want to play against Bird. Giver of Runes. All right, so I think our best bet. Oh, this is gonna be tough. I think our best bet's going to be Aladrami's Call up Flumph. Roiling Vortex. All right, so we will Aladrami's Call for Flumph. I mean, if we can just draw Bowmasters naturally, we got a shot. That's our hope. We can block with Flumph to prevent some damage. Bowmaster? How about a Bowmaster? All right, we take 1 from this Roiling Vortex. Another Aladrami's Call. Well, we will run out Flumph. Pass the turn. Whew. So there is a way this could work, Arid Mesa. So what we can do is we can block to survive this turn. Aladrami's Call for Bowmasters, and we need to hope that we draw into the protection spell before our Flumph dies. Opponent on the big attack. We will block with Flumph. Come on. We need the Convoke protection spell. Gutshot. All right. Yep. Down to 10. Suspends Rift Bolt. Well, this is it. We can actually Gutshot. Wait. Whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it. So I think we actually Gutshot our Flumph here just to draw a card, spending mana. Another Aladrami's Call. Wow, this is so close. We're either gonna just get it or just miss. Mana Confluence. So we're gonna have, what, 4 draws? I mean, I don't think there's any other realistic pathway forward, so we will play Reflecting Pool. We will Aladrami's Call. Gonna have to get a little lucky. AnnndWhammy's call gets a Bowmaster. Yeah, one more setup turn would have made this way easier. All right, Bowmasters, play the Bowmaster. Ping the Flumph. So we have what, 3 draws to find it? All right, draw number 1. Is it Convoke Protection? No, Ether Vial. Draw number 2. Is it Convoke Protection? Gut Shot. Draw number 3. Come on deck, come on deck. City of Brass. Well, ping your face. Yeah, we ended up 1 mana short. Now we almost certainly die. Oh, and opponent, lightning bolt, sure. Our deck does, so on one hand, Burn is not very good at stopping a Flumph. On the other hand, our deck deals a lot of damage to itself. I guess Solitude, probably better than Gut Shot. I mean, I think we actually gave that a pretty... That was a good attempt. Odds were not in favor of us winning there, but we had a shot. I think Leyline's worth it. Just, well, no lands. Cannot keep that one. Well, okay. The power of Flumph. We will put a gemstone mine to the bottom. Start with a Leyline. All right, well, I mean, you cannot lightning bolt our face, and we can play a Flumph and just block until we draw into something. That's our plan. Leyline of Sanctity can kind of wreck Burn. They still have creatures, but not being able to bolt us is pretty brutal. Yeah, you see that long pause? That is our opponent looking at their hand and weeping. Weeping like a child. Opponent, Sacred Foundry untapped. Goblin Guide. Well, at least we got Flumph to block that. Opponent gets in. Hits us. Top card is a Schwamp. All right, that's not the worst. Opponent passes. Well, play a Swamp and Flumph. Pass the turn. I mean, we will block. Giving our opponent a card isn't great, but we got another Flumph in hand. Us drawing cards gets us closer to potential combo. Opponent, Bloodstained Mire. And, wow, Path to Exile. Do we even have a basic left? Oh my goodness, that is unlucky. All right, so we drew every basic in our deck. I feel like this deck is a little bit better than it's looking, just because there's been some awkward running. Like, opponent top decking Bowmasters. What are the odds that we would just top deck all of our basic lands? Not very high. Like, normally that's not very high. Our Burn opponent having Path to Exile, which is usually like a 1 of 2 of sideboard card. Opponent. So I think some of the variance is not went in Flumph's favor, but that's okay. Flumph's so strong it can overcome the variance. Opponent goes attacking. Goblin Guide. We get a land. Goblin Guide. Teferi Time Raveler. Do we block with the Flumph? Probably not. Yeah, probably not this turn. I think we take it. We don't really want to lose this Flumph now. Opponent passing. Well, play Reflecting Pool. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Land. Combat. Well, what's on the top of our deck? Top card, Mana Confluence. Top card, Flumph. Now, since there's another Flumph on the top of our deck, I think blocking, is it okay? Are we trying to win this next turn? We can get the Bowmasters. We don't have protection though. Yeah, let's block. So both players draw. We go to 8. We get another Flumph. This Leyline's doing some serious work. I'm pretty sure we would have been dead by now without Leyline. Roiling Vortex. Are we killing the Flumph? All right, let's AnnndWhammy's call. Get a Bowmaster. Untap. Well, I mean, we basically just need protection. We get pinged down to 7. If we find protection, we can go for it, right? Another Bowmaster. Let's play Ether Hub. Yeah, let's play Teferi. Take up Teferi. Pass the turn. Okay, so our hope is to combo next turn with Teferi out so our opponent can't interact. Opponent goes to combat. Opponent. Everything face. Top card. Land. Top card. Land. Ouch. I think we are going to run out of Bowmasters to deal with a Goblin Guide. So ping a Goblin Guide. Block a Goblin Guide. Flumph a Goblin Guide. And then ping our opponent. We can't combo yet because we don't have Indestructible. That's what we're missing. Swift Spear? Sure. But once we untap, Lava Spike the Teferi, okay. Cracks the Wooded Foothills. I mean, I guess if they kill Teferi, that's kind of fine. That means they're very tapped down. All right, opponent passes. All we need is any indestructibility spell. Anyone. We draw even more lands. We do have 2 Flumphs. That makes it easier. We can actually try to combo twice. All right, so take up to Fairy. I mean, we're going for it. We are going for it. If we can't find a protection spell, then I guess we lose, but we get to draw 6 cards. That's a big number. That's a big number. So play Gemstone Mine. Play Flumph number 2. Play a Orcish Bowmasters. Bowmasters. Ping a Flumph. Come on, deck. Come on. Come on. So everyone draws. There it is. There it is. So target the Flumph and target the Flumph. Trigger on the stack. Ephemerate shields the Flumph. And now we're good. Oh no, wait. Oh yeah, we gotta win with damage though, hilariously. Which is fine. We actually would mill out at the same time. Because we have tutored and our opponent has not fetched. It's the first time that's happened. But with 2 Bowmasters, it doesn't matter because we can just ping Flumph with one and ping our opponent with the other. Oh, okay. Well, that's not exactly how we tend to do it. That is very strange. We have not had a game so far where our library has been an issue. Those 3 extra cards in our deck have been enough that we're just like super fine. Although, this time, how did this even happen? We AnnndWhammy called. Oh, did our opponent sideboard in extra cards? I think they did. Oh no. Okay, so we have to sideboard in extra cards, at least one more extra card. We have to sideboard in at least one more extra card because our opponent sideboarded in extra cards. So the mill kill was actually off the table. I guess we would have drawn an extra Bowmasters eventually, but yeah, we would have actually both drawn an empty library at exactly the same time and the game would have been a draw. Do we even want Thoughtseize? Our deck is already so painful. Lavinia doesn't do anything, but it is just a body. Yeah, let's try it like that. No leyline this time. No leyline this time. I mean, I don't think we're just gonna mulligan until we find a leyline. This hand's actually not bad. We're gonna try it. All right, opponent, what do you got? Splintering Vantage and suspends a Riftbolt. Well, okay, this hand is getting better by the moment. Giver of Runes. Yo. Well, now we actually kind of just need indestructibility. We have all the pieces. Are they going face or do they have to go with the Giver? Opponent might have to go with the Giver as much as they, well, gonna go face. All right, sure, down to 17. Opponent, Sunbaked Canyon and, ooh, Searing Blaze. Sure, that hurts, down to 14. Well, Ether Hub, get some energy, and you know what time it is. It is Flumph time. Get down the Flumph past the turn. Opponent, Lava Spikes us down to 11, and Lava Spikes us down to 8. We're so close. We're so close. We're so close. Ephemerate Shields, Giver of Runes. Only has 3 cards in hand. Come on, Magic Gods. Come on, Magic Gods. We are gonna win or lose right now. Ping, Ephemerate Shields, Mana Confluence. Ping, Ephemerate Shields to Fairy. Ping, Ephemerate Shields. Besiege you. Well, ping your face. We did give our opponent a lot more cards. Mana Confluence, Giver of Runes, pass the turn. So we can so we gave our opponent a bunch of cards. We can Solitude the Orc Army to gain some life. Lava Spikes us to 4. Lightning Bolts, so Solitude, pitch AnnndWhammy's Call. Hit the Orc Army, gain some life. Not dead yet. Down to 5. Opponent. Ooh, we're short on. We draw a Giver. So we just have to try again, right? So we play Besiege you. AnnndWhammy's Call. To get a Bowmasters. Bowmasters. Here goes. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Ping the Flumph. Ephemerate Shields. Land. Well, ping your face. Ping the Flumph. Opponent. Thinking about bolting. Ephemerate Shields. Oh, another Concealed Courtyard. Oh no. Oh no. The fizzle is on. I mean, this is it. Oh, 3 lands in a row. Yeah, now we're dead. Oh. Oh, Flumph. This is one of those cases where if we just had like another turn, if we had another setup turn, I think we were very likely to get it. We just had to like desperation mode combo because Burn's so aggressive. If we had wow. Oh my. Wait. Oh. Whoa, that's Wow, are they going to stop letting us draw cards now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lands in a row. Ugh, awkward. But yeah, if we had one more turn of setup, I think our odds of actually winning would have been much higher. But well, Flumph, pretty sweet. So what did we learn about Flumph in Modern? And our league, we went 2-3, 3-3 overall with our 1v1 game where we actually broke Magic Online with the mighty Flumph. The deck actually kind of works though. We did get to see the one downside of the deck, which is something I think is going to happen with a lot of Bowmaster combo decks. The problem with Bowmaster combo decks is our opponent can also have Bowmasters, and all the combos also work with our opponent's Bowmasters. So 2 of our 3 losses came to us just getting like out Bowmastered, essentially. I do like the sneaky gut shots as a way to beat the Bowmasters, so there are some ways around it, but that still is a concern. Like, sometimes we draw 2 Bowmasters and our opponent draws 3, and it just ruins our entire day. So that is a risk that we just get out Bowmastered, but otherwise, the deck actually feels oddly powerful. Like, it was consistent, all the tutors help with that. The deck building is actually like sneakily awesome. 63 cards, no fetch lands, the sneaky gut shots to answer the Bowmasters. Like, so many little aspects of this deck are really well built. So I love the deck. The deck's actually super cool, and I think Flumph, like, it might not be a meme anymore. I mean, I guess it's still definitely a meme, but it might not be just a meme anymore. So anyway, that is Jellyfish combo, the mightiest Jellyfish in Magic Flumph. That's been our deck for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the insanity, and I will talk to you soon. Want even more Magic? Well, check out Monday's video where we played some Blackburn in Modern with Rakdos Charm, or maybe the one where we talk about the most hated card from every year of Magic the Gathering.